everybody, I'm the Velvet Sparrow. I'm back with Heart Hero, and we are here for what we think is the final part of Katawa Shoujo Rin's route. Let's do this shit. I'm ready to cry. Are you ready to cry?
Alright. Let's get crying, motherfuckers. Prepare yourself for tears.
The first day of summer vacation is a disappointment. I woke up, water came down from the leaden sky in biblical proportions. I was optimistic at the time. A quick summer shower, I thought. Torrents of rain for a few minutes, then it's gone. No such luck. Rainwater relentlessly pouring down from the blue-gray sky outside, streaming down the glass of my window in small brooks and rivers, and gathering together to form miniature ponds on the walkways. Just like it has done for the past 2.5 hours. So I've been half-assedly cleaning up in between half-assedly reading a book, packing my stuff on the side when I get bored of the first two. The weather drags my spirits pretty down too, making it harder to do anything properly. Something bumping quite loudly against my door rouses me from my apathy. Please, please, let it be something that'll make things. Oh God, no.
It better not be Kenji.
I hope it's not Kenji and his crazy outdoors bowling alley. Oh shit! I nearly ripped my controller off my freaking desk. If it fell on the ground, it probably would have broke.
Oh damn!
I can't get another fucking Switch controller. I need to keep this one in good shape.
Yeah.
I hear no more sounds from the corridor until I walk to the door and open it. Ah! It's Rin. I wish seeing her would invoke some more emotion in me, but for one, I'm too surprised that she came to see me, and for two, she's soaking wet. Her uniform shirt.
Damn.
You're not funny. Her uniform shirt is drenched and she's standing in a self-created puzzle. Oh, by the way, this is the part that I was worried about.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Droplets of rainwater are dripping from her short bangs and sliding down her nose until they fall down from the tip.
So saying damn was appropriate.
One by one. Hi? How are you feeling?
One by one. Medium. Normal.
The relative questionability of her statement aside, she sure doesn't look too good. You're all wet.
And you're not. It's because I come from the outside. Do you know it?
Why'd you be outside? It's raining buckets out there, if you haven't noticed.
I haven't. It's raining pretty hard, though. I was on a wall. Fucking love Rin.
Is this what you call wallowing self-pity?
Apparently. Do you think I'm pitiful?
No, I imply that you think you are.
I'm not. And rain is not a sad thing. Do you ever walk in the rain?
I do, but only with proper equipment, like an umbrella.
You just need to imagine you have a blue umbrella with white stripes.
It might be tough when rain is falling on my head.
Just imagine harder.
Raindrops falling on my head.
Big booty Latinas looking out for me instead.
She's definitely back to normal. Those half-sarcastic, inconsiderate remarks that really push my buttons even though she doesn't mean it. That vacant, spaced-out stare that always expects more than it gives. So, very much like her.
I may need to come in. I need some help with this water and the clothes I'm wearing.
My brain quickly solves this equation. I stumble with my words. A stark display of contrast against Ren's easygoing self-invitation. But, Emmy... Rin shakes her head vehemently, causing water to sprinkle everywhere.
She left. Besides, she would just worry and fuss until she could not worry or fuss anymore, which always takes a troublesome long time. It's it's in fact longer than I want to hear her fussing. And I thought probably you're not the fussing kind.
She slumps down on my desk with a squishy sound. Her soaked clothes are making the desk and everything on it wet, but she doesn't care.
I don't think he does either.
Okay, fine, I'll help you out. I have a towel somewhere. You want dry clothes? Is a uniform fine? I'm taller than you, but
Everything is fine.
with a little searching, I find a fresh uniform and a fluffy towel from the depths of my closet. The towel in one hand and the uniform in another, I turn to face Rin again, uncertain of the next step. There's something wrong with me. A normal guy would...
Stop worrying. It's not a problem.
She could probably see right through my hesitant demeanor. As if I was completely transparent to her. I push my anxiety away and concentrate on the 8 buttons lined on her shirt, just like mine has. First button is an obstacle. After getting it over, I undo the others with slightly less shaking hands. Throwing the soaked shirt aside, I reveal Rin's pale upper body, shrouded only in her light blue... I don't know how to say that, so bra, which instantly reminds... Brassiere. Is bra short for that?
Yeah. What you think it was short for?
I thought bra was just the word.
Oh.
I need to learn more about women's clothing, apparently.
Yes, you do.
Wait, hold on. Okay, yep. We're getting there. Give it a sec. I shrouded in her light blue bra, which instantly reminds me of her saying it's her favorite color. I try not to think too much about it. I try not to think too much about stuff, but it's hard not to look at her body with what I can only think of as mixed feelings. I don't know what to think of this, so I just watch her. Rin looks brittle. She's like a shell, fragile thing, just barely holding together. Her ribs, each of them visible under her pale skin, are moving up and down to the rhythm of her breaths. Rin always struck me as quite thin, but I realize now that the manic creative period before the exhibition opening might have caused her to lose weight. Did she eat properly and enough? Definitely not, probably not. This ugly yet beautiful bare minimum of a human being that belongs to someone I care about is in contradiction of aesthetics itself. Oddly becoming of her. My eyes follow her collarbone to her shoulder and then down on her arm until the abrupt end. No, it's less than the bare minimum. I think with a passing pang of sadness and some guilt for thinking like that. Her arms, degenerated to almost nothing but bone and skin due to lack of use, look very short now that the long sleeves of her uniform are not covering them. My lack of any negative reaction makes me think that I've actually grown pretty accustomed to the various physical abnormalities of my schoolmates. I always wonder why Rin keeps her shirt sleeves long, only tying them to a simple knot at where the elbow would be. Seems a bit impractical, but then again, she's not exactly the pinnacle of practicality. Maybe she likes it. Maybe it's somehow important to her. Maybe there's no deeper meaning to it. I feel like asking, and almost do, but Ren's miserable state requires a higher priority of my attention. She stopped talking, too, after we ran out of spiky greetings. I guess there's no need for chit-chat, then. I pick up the towel from the bed and wrap it around her head, rumpling it all over her hair until most of the rainwater is hopefully soaked into the fabric. She peeks from below the towel at me, looking up with impassive eyes. It looks like she wants to say something without saying it. It's that kind of look. But I can't read what she's thinking about from her face. So I just keep on fussing with the towel around her shoulders and hair. The silence is oppressive, terrifying. Communication between us has suddenly been reduced to the movements of my hands in the towel, and Ren swaying her body to and fro. My jagged breathing and her quiet breaths, trying to find a common rhythm that just is not there. I think I can hear her heartbeats, or maybe they're just mine redoubled. I brush a rogue strand of her hair aside from her ear. Ren suddenly presses her cheek against the back of my hand. The contact is electric, a jolt of current surging through me. Whether she seeks comfort, warmth, or just my touch, I wouldn't know. But I can't help touching her back, caressing her soft cheek with my hand. And with closed eyes, she kisses me on the fingers, counting the joints with her lips. I'm saddened beyond my expressive capability.
Can you feel the love tonight?
You're not helping! Here we are, a boy and a girl, both in love or something like that with each other. Or maybe not, and yet something is broken. I can feel it in me and in Rin, in the way our gazes merely brush against each other, shying away from contact, in her closed, timid posture, and in my way of touching her like a china doll, afraid of shattering her delicate form. And how we are closer than we have ever been, yet I'm not feeling happy like it's like yesterday. When did tenderness and forlongness become one and the same word? Acts of affection start invoking only longing. Why did we end up like this? No, don't answer that. I said to myself. I'd like to say to myself, but fighting against the omniscience of self-awareness is a lost cause. Still, I'm here, and Rin is here. And it feels like she might be able to solve whatever problem she has. And if she can, why couldn't I? Why couldn't we? It feels like taking that step is too much, too difficult, too uncertain. So for now, all I can do is dry her up so she won't get cold again. I pet her head and trying to sort out the hair that refuses to be sorted out even when wet. A pair of dark, glazed eyes follows my every movement. Pants too?
Mm.
She nods in answer, leans back and spreads her legs with a grotesquely inviting gesture that makes a nasty feeling crawl up and down my spine like a bad premonition. It's not enough to sober me, though, as the silence is starting to make me feel detached from myself. I move automatically, without thinking, even though I should. I should talk to her about this, or at least about something. The silence is a spell, a pact that has bound us to this private world made of the dull sound of rainfall and the soft feel of her skin against my fingers. The button of her trousers is fastened tight, but it opens surprisingly easily. Slipping them off is hard, mostly because she's sitting on them with no intention of standing up to ease my task.
Giggity.
I kneel down uncomfortably and titillatingly between her legs so I can quickly dry her bare feet, remembering that they're as important to her as hands are to me. As I work the towel up from her ankles, Rin brushes her thigh against my cheek and nudges the small of my back with her heel to make me come closer. I look up to meet her silent stare that was waiting for me to look up. Ugh. That unassuming, expectant stare seems to say that the ball is in my court. I fleetingly brush my hand against her inner thigh. The touch makes her gasp sharply, as if she was trying to hold back breathing. What if I do this then? A small kiss I place on her thigh is enough to make Rin lose her composure, to shut her eyes and squeal almost inaudibly. Is that what you want too? Would you be alright to take this step? What if... maybe if... Hazy thoughts float somewhere in the back of my unfocused mind. Somehow this whole situation is making it hard to think, as if my head was full of cotton fluff. But that's alright. It seems thinking is not something we need right now. Okay, no.
Yep, cut it.
Present is a fleeting and vague concept at best. The moment between... What the fuck are we looking at? Oh. The moment between the past and the future. That doesn't really mean anything. Thinking too much about things that don't make sense is a waste of time. That's why living through the present is always the best option. Besides, for us who can't foresee the future and forget the past, and who forget the past too easily, present is really the only proof of our existence. Even though existence will go on if you forget about it for a while, It's good to seize the day at least every once in a while. That way you can confirm that you are, in fact, alive.
'Cause in the nightlight, do you see what you dream? Are the couples, are they all what they see?
Look around
Look
you,
around you, then you may realize.
all the
Happy
preachers, all with their
all with the
lies.
lies.
You were about to do with the other fucking chorus.
I was gonna try and sing it, but then you started singing and we got off tempo.
Ugh.
We have to stay on tempo, man, on tempo.
Oh. I'm pretty sure that the girl who was standing there half naked, staring out of the window of my room, has a much better grasp of present than I do. As for me, well, right now I'm somewhat confused by my present state, since I should try to locate my shirt and not stare at Ren's butt. I just can't stop looking at her. She's so close to the glass that her nose is probably going to leave a mark. Oh my fucking god. Kenji was right next door the whole time.
Oh god, no.
And I doubt these walls are thick.
Oh man.
He's like, dude, you've gone too far. You can't go back.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to cut you out of the cabal.
You are no longer an incel. You respect women, and you're not a virgin. And Kenji, you're not a virgin either. That's not the point.
The point is, I was able to come back from it. I don't think you can.
At least her breathing does when it condenses on the rain. At least her breathing does when it condenses on the rain-cooled window glass before quickly disappearing again. My shuffling around to get dressed doesn't rouse Rin from her contemplation, which is fine, really. I don't mind the silences as much as I used to. Only after I'm almost finished with buttoning up my shirt does Rin say something, still without turning to look at me.
Let's go somewhere.
Where? I can only assume she's inviting me and not the windowsill, but it's still a fair guess.
I know.
What?
Somewhere only we know. Help me get dressed. I think today is the day. Come on, clothes.
Close. One patient tone. I crouched down to pick up her bra from the floor where it had fallen, discarded in the haste of undressing and forgotten there. Hanging it from between my fingers like a dead fish, the same hesitation that grasped me when I was undressing Rin is creeping inside my head again. Is intimacy really something this difficult for me to handle?
Probably. Come on. You got it off just fine. It's the same, but the other way around. It's like talking backwards. That is not easy.
Oh, she said the opposite.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I can read that. Can you? Seems hard,
yes.
but it's easy.
Oh, seems hard, but it's okay. Jesus Christ.
You want to actually try to say that backwards?
All right, hold up. Your size, ziti, tub, draws, smeeze. Jesus Christ.
Perplexed by her sudden and prodigious display of mental processing capacity, I forget a due attempt at reversing her gibberish back. I'm pretty sure I couldn't switch to talking backwards that fluidly even with some practice. Could you repeat that?
You sees. Alright. You say city tub dra smeeze.
Dude, there's a fucking JoJo fan comic about Jesus.
Really?
Yeah, his stand is called Lamb of God.
Damn.
And Judas Priest's stand is called Painkiller. Got it. Fine. I'll give it a try. Rin was right. The locking mechanism is simple enough. I get the little plastic hooks right on the third attempt. There.
Oh my god.
Now you have to adjust it.
Oh fucking hell. Yeah, but I know what it says straight. I was trying to see if I could do it in Spanish.
Please stop that. I don't speak backwardese. She shakes her head as if needing to banish the backwards way of thinking with a physical gesture. I know a few people who could benefit from that kind of ability. Kenji.
I got stuck. Now you have to adjust it.
Adjust?
That's what I said.
No, I asked what you meant.
You know, so that they are fine.
Oh, fine, you say. As I have no idea when her breasts are supposed to be fine. And I end up fumbling around her chest for a good while without really getting anywhere. She wants you to touch her boobs. Not that I would complain, but Rin does.
Amy is better than you at this.
Why don't you date her then?
No shit.
Her impatient tone ticks me off, even though I can't really disagree. Rin seems to be in an awful hurry. Yeah, well, excuse me. Could it be that because she is a girl and can actually relate?
I don't think so. She has just about as much chest as you do.
Oh! Burn! Oh, poor Emmy.
Fucking roasted!
With her bra and breasts eventually fine, as they should, the rest of her clothes are considerably easier to put on. Rin launches towards the door, even though her shirt isn't even buttoned up all the way yet. Left with little choice, I run after her. As soon as I realize that we're heading to the side entrance leading to the forest, I think I know where Rin wanted to go, although I couldn't say why she'd want to go there. Again, I can't really assume my guess is to be anywhere near correct when Rin is concerned. Not even for a quite generous definition of correct. The forest behind the walls smells of rain. The last raindrops are still dripping from the wet undergrowth into the earth, despite the rain being gone for a while already. We stroll along with an unhurried pace that Rin sets, giving me time to take in the calming atmosphere. I think I can hear Rin saying hello to at least 3 different trees while she walks past them, but I can ignore it, just like the trees do. She leads me to the narrow side path leading up to the hilltops, as I guessed. I peek through the canopy trying to find a rainbow, but there doesn't seem to be one. It's perfect weather for rainbows. Sun is shining low, the rain's passed not too long ago. Well, whatever. I lower my eyes from the treetops to see the gaunt back of the girl who is climbing up the hill slowly without losing her balance. A few steps ahead of me on the path, but still within my reach. I don't think I could ever reach a rainbow, but reaching Rin, it seems less impossible than it used to seem. The clear sky greeting us from above the meadow clearing seems vast and beautiful. The strong wind is hurting the rain clouds away from the town to the other side of the mountains in the distance. The sight is pretty, but a speck of white flies past the edge of my peripheral vision. When I turn to look, it's already gone. Another follows, then a third. Before I realize it, dozens of almost invisible small tufts of white are flying all around us.
Look, the flowers.
Ah, I see it now. The sea of dandelions that covered the hilltop on our last visit has changed over the days. Where there was bright yellow before is now fluffy white. Some of the flowers have already shed their seeds, but many are still waiting for a stable, suitable gust of wind. Today those gusts are not in short demand. Every now and then they shake the grass thoroughly, and suddenly the air is thick with dandelion seeds. One by one, the seeds separate from the flower heads and are lifted away. A commonplace event, but one that seems to fascinate Ren for some reason. She's turning her head from side to side, marveling at the change happening all around her as the seeds fly by.
It's fucking adorable. She's got childlike wonder. I just want to protect her.
Ugh. I watch them too, following the white tufts floating in the wind toward the horizon, and imagine that I can see them even after they disappear from my sight.
Hisao,
What is it?
do you love me?
I snap to attention to meet her suddenly very serious face that is not looking only at the flowers anymore. What a tough question, asked just like that, out of the blue. Still, her bluntness compels me to answer rapidly. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe too rapidly.
You can never admit your love too rapidly. What does that mean?
I don't know. Rin sighs, perhaps unhappy with my wishy-washy answer. I would be too.
Me neither. I don't think I know much about love. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
It's fine, isn't it? How should I know? The shrug of her shoulders seems to say, hesitating to give a firmer answer. She stays silent only for a second too long, but even that second isn't long enough for me to think ahead.
I love you.
Those three words freeze me in place like a rabbit staring into headlights. I'm not a rabbit, and I'm staring into Ren's eyes for that seem far too impassive for what she just let out of her mouth. Ren looks pretty serious.
I want no other love. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Ren looks pretty serious though, until she sticks out her tongue, frowns a little, and confuses me even more than her words did. Why does she look mildly unhappy? Was it a confession of her deepest feelings? The test to see how I'd react? To see how she would react?
It tastes weird.
Tastes?
Yeah, so weird.
She laughs, maybe nervously or so, I want to think, but stops midway when she notices how strange it sounds.
Like, I don't know what I don't think there is a word for this.
Rin keeps on talking as though there was no meaning behind her words, steady and careless as words dropping from the same tongue that formed the more important ones.
A word for,
Except...
it's like...
she can't find the words. Rin just keeps staring at me, stumbling with her words as if her brain suddenly ground to a halt. She looks awfully confused, much like I feel right now as I wait for her to explain. Oh god! Hisao! You literally fucked her brain out!
Oh my god!
Yeah, but she doesn't. She just blinks a few times, the flutter of her long lashes catching my fancy because she looks like she's petrified otherwise. Until I realize what they were fighting against. It was those tears again. Not associated with sadness. or happiness, not pitiable sobbing nor laughter of joy. Just tears, spontaneously and without warning, like that one time in her classroom.
Ah!
Just a few of them. Not enough to make a fuss about, so Rin isn't moved to hide them even after noticing. Rin cries, looking like she has no idea why, and somehow a great uneasiness grows in my chest when I look into her watery eyes that stare right back at me. It petrifies me too. The shock of the incomprehensibility of the situation. I just don't know what's happening anymore. Rin, what's wrong? She shakes her head in confusion, stumbling to get the words out of her mouth.
Sorry. I might be a little afraid of you.
The words are muttered slowly, with a small voice that is as disbelieving of what it's saying as I am. What? Why?
I don't know. Saying that just made me feel like... People cry when they're afraid, right? See, I can do it too.
She's averting her gaze now, deliberately not looking at me. It bewilders me, at least as much as what she's saying.
I sometimes with you want to run away so badly, but I can't move. It's like my legs turn into lemon panna cotta pudding, and my heart feels like it's going to explode, and my loneliness is killing me,
and I must confess, I still
believe. When I'm with you, I lose my mind.
Give me a
Give
sign.
me a sign.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
I like how we're just ruining these emotional moments with musical outbursts.
Yeah, maybe shut the fuck up. She slumps her shoulders melancholically.
Has a thing like this ever happened to you?
I remember the leaden sky above the frozen forest and the sound of the leafless branches clacking against each other. It's like a memory from another life. Yeah, once. My heart hurt a lot back then, too.
But I thought your thing was not contagious.
I shake my head and a tiny, slightly forced smile rises on my lips. The other ailment of my heart could very well be contagious, and I wouldn't care one bit. What are you afraid of? I never thought I was scary. Rin shakes her head desperately, as if knowing that the tangle inside her mind won't be undone from just that.
You make me feel that I should be someone else than me.
We fell in love with this. And yet
Yeah?
you feel like we want something else.
Now, Rin, sweetheart, I need you to look me dead in the eyes as I say this. I fell in love with your autism. If you were any less autistic, it would ruin it for me.
Basically.
It's a scary thing. It happens when you're being nice to me, like yesterday. I never know what to do at times like that. It's hard.
Her voice is barely audible, a whispered admission of something that is too embarrassing to even think, not to mention to say out loud.
Oh, this baby!
Rin has never been one to be embarrassed, so she does utter it aloud, only timidly as if by instinct.
But I want to do something. Something I don't know if this me can.
For a moment, we just stare at each other as if waiting for the other to say something. You are so stupid. Rin's lips taste salty and scarred against mine. As I grasp her into an embrace, I can feel my heart thumping in my chest painfully. Even though
He was calling himself stupid. For a second, I thought he was talking about Rin.
What?
Yeah, I thought he was talking about Rin when he said, "You are so stupid."
I'm pretty sure he was.
Oh, okay.
Even though I'm glad that she can say things like that, they make me sad after all. Rin's spirit, her passion, her strength, all those things that I hold dear are the ones I don't want to change. How should I treat them? Where are they headed to? Is that future irrevocably different from mine? That anxiety will never lose its grip on my heart, but I don't think I could learn to live with it. But I think I could learn to live with it. Slowly the pain in my heart dies out, and it settles into the same rhythm as Ren's. We listen to that for some time. After our lips break apart, it takes a while for either of us to realize that we can say something now.
See? You're a really kind person, even when you're not. It's the most scariest thing. Like, if all is this for real?
Or not.
Or not? I wonder what philosophical bullshit Sora's gonna say in the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 4.
He's gonna just be like, damn, he's like, I just miss my mom. I want to go home. I miss banana pudding. We're gonna find out what Sora's favorite food is in the next game. It's gonna be banana pudding.
You think it's gonna be banana pudding? I always took him as a strawberry pudding kind of guy.
I mean, he lives on a tropical island.
True. Alright. I think that all I was ever afraid of is your kindness.
Is that bad? Even if you are afraid? She thinks about this for a while, furrowing her brow as though this was some kind of hard math problem.
No, I'm alright with it. It's fine if it's you.
Oh my god, that's the one time they use this dialogue and it's not when they're having sex? Gold star game.
Jesus Christ.
It's alright, Zero-kun. It's great. It doesn't hurt if it's you. I remember reading like this fucking Watamote hentai doujin like a couple years back, and like that's literally what fucking happens. Tomoko finally gets laid. It really hurts. She's crying for like an hour.
Jesus Christ.
And she makes fun of herself because she thought that was what it's gonna be like. She's like, it's alright if it's you. But she's like, no, it feels like I'm getting fucking stuck under my fingernail.
Jeez. Yeah, public service announcement. People, like, dudes, if it's her first time, go as slow as humanly possible.
Yeah. She thought it was going to be like popping bubble wrap or poking a stick through some wax paper. Nope. It's my favorite hentai doujin ever. Unfortunately, there's no sequel.
Jeez.
And then she calls her best friend to brag that she finally got laid, but like her friend is like doing it with her boyfriend in public. He insisted. And she's like, I think my friend is a bigger slut than I ever could be.
I feel like you only read hentai doujins for the comedy.
I read hentai doujins for plot.
Yes, plot.
Yes, the plot. Alright, like a weight lifted from my chest, her words elate my heart, filling it with, I don't know, happiness? What else could it be? This time my smile is genuine. Ren steps back, smiling gently at me like I do at her. While she wipes her face from her shoulder, I pick up a round, plump dandelion clock and bring it to my pursed lips.
Just like a dandelion, you have me mesmerized.
They spread out into the wind that picks them up and to carry them to a new home.
And when I start to like you, you just get up and leave me.
To think, only a short few weeks ago, they were so different. This is change. Hey, so the flowers became what they were meant to become. like you said the last time. What about you? Did you become a true artist, or did you not because you ran away? She pauses for a while to ponder my question, and shrugs her shoulders. It almost makes me laugh. The carefree easiness of her gesture is a lovely thing, a sign of how Rin can truly and really, without any restraints whatsoever, shed the entire weight of the world from her shoulders, should she will so. She is, in every possible and probably a few impossible ways, free. I think I might love her for that.
I don't think it matters. Let's just watch the clouds for today.
She takes 5 steps to climb on a large rock so she can rise as high as possible here and stands on tiptoes. When you reach for the clouds, every inch counts. Sure, let's watch the clouds. It's good to do something you really want to do, every now and then.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I glance upwards at the blue sky opening high above us. It's a deep, cerulean vastness that spreads to fill my entire field of vision and beyond. Yet Rin stays on her rock, peering at the distant horizon where the rain clouds are drifting further away from us.
I have decided something.
That dreaming voice of hers, spoken to the wind that carries into my ears, is lacking resolve in tone, but is full of it in meaning.
It's alright to be me after all.
It's all right. The decisions have always seemed to be pretty far out. Well, I suppose that's an important realization. Coming to terms with oneself, accepting yourself, being fine with what you are. A simple resolution of the heart that for some people is overbearingly hard to do, if not impossible. I do realize well enough that I might also be one of those people. Rin too. Maybe we are not that different after all. Maybe to accept someone else, you must first accept yourself. Maybe that is a necessary step, which we didn't take until now. Looking at her standing on that rock, I believe that she can find whatever she is looking for. And so can I. The wind catches her hair in clothes, and Ren spreads her short arms into an embrace that is so very, very tiny, but as wide as she can ever do. For a moment, it looks like she herself might take flight. I have to hold myself back not to reach for her shoulder, to not drag her back to me. But this picture is something I can only watch. It is something for me to remember. Rin's sleeves are flapping freely in the wind, her hair wildly tousled by it, her skin touched by the setting sun. Her sleek form that I've come to adore is quivering in the cool wind that carries the white specks past her, each a beginning of a new flower. All of that is engraved inside my heart. Like those tiny seeds scattered into the wind, I'm sure that Rin too can take her place in this world without the need to create her own inside of it. Maybe she believes it too, and is standing as close to heaven as possible. She's giving the world a big hug. To me, it seems like the entire world could really fit there, between those small arms of hers, inside her all-encompassing embrace.
Hisao?
She looks at me in the same way she calls my name, carelessly over her shoulder with a strange happiness in her voice and in her eyes. I gaze into those mysterious dark eyes that are curiously twinkling from below her auburn hair. Although I'm too far from her to see it, I'm sure they're reflecting my image. What is it?
What's the word for when it feels inside your heart that everything in the world is alright?
Content. That's what we call contentment.
Yeah, it is.
And that's Rin's route.
For a second, I don't know why I expected this, because I know it makes no sense, but for some reason I expected a piano version of Reach for the Stars to play from Sonic Colors.
This came out like a couple of years before that, I think. Oh, hey, look
Yeah,
at that.
I know.
Look, it's the original concept art for these characters.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Panty shot.
Of course we get a Ren, but
Yeah.
wake up, living
art.
day by day.
I forgot the lyrics to that song, dude. It's been so long.
Bright light, I'm gonna live in my way. And
4D Studios, because
And
it
it
came
is-
from 4chan. What?
it's nothing, everything. I feel kind of bad that we haven't gotten. You know what? I feel like the next Smash Bros. Game. I know we're on Katawa Shoujo and we're playing that, but like I feel like the next Smash Bros. Game should be like the perfect single player game, since Ultimate is already the perfect multiplayer one. Like have a very simplistic roster of characters you can play as, and that'd be it. But goddamn it, I love this. All right, I actually am really enjoying Katawa Shoujo. Next time we pick this game up, we're definitely gonna do Emmy's route next. I really want to see like fucking sports cliches done in an emotional way. It's been a while since that's happened.
Yeah. And
Also, I suck at Stardew Valley with a controller.
Wait, hold on. This is Act 1. Oh, these are all the other scenes that we didn't get yet. What about Rin? What do we got there? I'm guessing some of these blanked out scenes are from the bad routes.
Probably.
Yeah, which we're not ever gonna see.
Yeah, we're not doing any bad routes here, people. We're only doing the good routes.
I mean, like, there is one bad route we're gonna do, but...
It's basically Kenji's good route, isn't it?
No, it's a bad route still.
I mean, yeah, but for Kenji, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, next time we'll pick up with Emmy's route. We're gonna have to start over.
Yeah.
So, catch you guys next time. Goodbye!
Bye, guys!
I'm gonna go cry myself into my pillow.
Yeah.
This is probably the shortest episode.